Hi, JD here, holding a very, very big book. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to show you how to put together a marketing plan that works. I did a Facebook Live, I think on Saturday, and ended up copying a few emails after that from people saying, look, could you just dig in a little bit deeper on how to put a marketing plan together? Because we had quite a few business owners who know that they need to put a marketing plan together, but they haven't. So I created this big book, which is now available online, and I'll tease you and tell you how to get that in a moment. And this is all about how to put together a marketing plan and what ingredients you need in that marketing plan. Let me just show you how mammoth this is. Okay, this is where size does matter, by the way. Okay, so therefore you'll see here, this is exactly a swipe file from heaven. So when I say how to put a marketing plan together, not only am I giving you the tutorial on what you need to put together or put in your marketing plan, but you have a swipe file there where you can actually pinch all of these templates and just use them in your business. Now, the reason I wanted to show you how big that book is my business is called the Institute of Wow, so you can see all my stuff at theinstituteofwow.com. And we're all about showing businesses how to use direct response marketing to improve sales. Conventional wisdom will be that you need to get people to fall in love with your brand in order for them to taste your product. Well, that's fine if you're a big multinational business. You can afford to sponsor sporting teams and the Olympics and put your ads on the side of buses and all those sorts of things without real measurability, because you can convince the board members that we're building the brand. But if you're a little business doing hundreds of thousands of dollars turnover, or maybe 1 or 2 or 5 million, you can't afford to do that. You can't afford to get them to fall in love with your brand so that they might taste your product. What we do is flip that on its head, and we show you how to get them to taste your product so that they'll fall in love with the brand. And I did that very successfully for the Greater Building Society many years ago. We said, get a home loan, get a free holiday. And it catapulted their home loans to like record levels, but we built their brand at the same time, okay? I wanted to show you the difference between this mantra and a book that I had in my bookcase, and you might be seeing this in reverse style, but I'll read it to you. It's the 50 Powerful Ways to Win New Customers. And I'll put my gigantic dossier of how to put a marketing plan down for a moment to concentrate on this dicky, stupid little book here, written by an American guy, 50 Powerful Ways to Win New Customers. Let me tell you what some of these are, and I have to laugh because this is out there in the marketplace compared to what I believe is gold that we provide. This one here, I know it's mirror reverse, but it says, be a good citizen. Wow. So I guess Charles Manson might be able to open up a business, right? There's another one here. Let me see. It is list your business. I can't believe this. Talk about don't be a... I have a little video segment for all of my members that are part of my club, and it's called Don't Be a Dickhead. And what I do is just showcase people who are dickheads, who have done something stupid in advertising. Well, this one here, 50 Powerful Ways to Win New Customers, would win the Dickhead of the Week award, because wait for it, number 21, again, I know you're seeing this mirror reverse, but it's wait for it, list your business in a phone book. I don't know what year this was written. This guy comes from Bedrock in America. Yeah, so it was written quite a while ago maybe, but list your business in a phone book. Well, I wouldn't have never thought about doing that. And here's another one, consider a door-to-door approach. Good. And the other one is help your customers feel at home. Well, what are you going to do? Make them feel that they're not loved? Oh, hello, Mr. Smith, you're interested in a lounge suite? Piss off. Who would buy this? Who would... Hang on, I did. So therefore, who's the dickhead? Another one, listen with more than your ears. I don't know what other part of your body you can listen with, but apparently you can listen with other parts. And finally, apologise and make it right. I would probably put in my big version, I think would be a lot more valuable than this pissy little thing, not apologise and make it right, just don't make it wrong in the first place. Apologise and make it right. Okay, so let me tell you what's in here. And by the way, let me kick off with, I've got I'm not going to swing the camera around, but I have a plaque on my office wall, aside from the Pamela Anderson Baywatch one, but aside from that one I have another plaque which says the marketing of what you do is 100 times more important than what you do. Now don't take that literally. If you're a heart surgeon, of course what you do is important. But what I'm saying is that the marketing, I didn't come up with this by the way, I stole it from someone, but it's a beauty. And that is the marketing of what you do is 100 times more important than what you do. If you want to put food on the table. So you can be the very best technician of whatever you are, an expert at, but if you're a secret, then of course you're going to probably find it a struggle to scale your business. So therefore the marketing of what you do is more important than what you do. And if you're a good landscaper, if you're a good dentist, if you're a good accountant, if you're a good cook, the fact is that you need to make sure you know how to market. Now the interesting thing is, whenever I'm holding a seminar, and I might have 50, 60, 100 people in the room who own businesses, I'll say, who thinks that marketing and sales skills is the most important thing in business? And all of them put their hand up. And then I say to them, well, in that case, who has a marketing plan? And guess what? 2 or 3 out of the 100 people will put their hand up. And so I said, just a few moments ago, you told me that marketing your products or services is the most important, having marketing skills is the most important thing in business, because without that, good likelihood you're going to go broke. And yet now you're telling me none of you have a marketing plan. And then I ask, well, who's got anyone advising them on marketing? They've all got an accountant and they've all got a solicitor, but how many of them actually have anyone advising them on marketing? Guess what? 2 or 3 people again put their hand up. So that's why 50% of Australian and overseas businesses go broke in the first 3 years of starting up, because they might have a good product or service and they might be an excellent technician, but if they don't know how to attract clients, well, of course, the business is going to struggle. So the irony is that you probably acknowledge that you need a marketing plan. You need the stuff that's inside this WOW Manifesto. He says blatantly plugging his product. But yeah, you know you need it, but you don't know where to go. Or you just don't go there. So let me tell you the 11 components that are in here that you need in your marketing plan. I've written them out on a bit of a note here because I would probably forget number 6 or 7. Okay, number 1, and that is identify your most profitable audience and then look for more people who look like him or her. Makes sense, doesn't it? Number 2, be the expert or make your company the expert. So if you're not the expert individually, I happen to think I am when it comes to direct response marketing, then you might promote your company as the expert, which would be Apple. Apple are the experts when it comes to iPhones and new technology. Number 3, create a wow factor to take their eyes off the price. And the best exponents of that I've seen in the last 2 or 3 decades is McDonald's with that Happy Meal toy. We've got 6 adult children these days, but at one stage we had 6 children under 12 in a Tarago vehicle screaming out, Dad, Mummy, Daddy, I want the Happy Meal toy, okay? They weren't interested in the hamburger and the chips. But what happened is that we'd pull into McDonald's, and I think throughout that era of our life, we probably spent $6.4 billion on Happy Meals, and the kids never ate the hamburger. It was all about the free toy. So create a wow factor to take their eyes off the price. You just watch what happens. You do not want to be selling on price, not unless you're Big W or Kmart. And you'll find that Harvey Norman uses the 2 years interest free as a wow factor. You'll notice that Kellogg's cornflakes have been using the toy in the bottom of the cereal box for about 1 million years. You need to think of an artificial wow factor to get people to take their eyes off your price. You don't want them to be buying on price, because your competitor down the road can drop their price, bang, like that. The other thing you need to do is problem solution formula. I've got to put this book down, by the way. It is like 3 house bricks in terms of weight. Guess that shows you how weak I am too. That was not a good move. Okay, so therefore the other thing is problem solution advertising. You need to give them a problem and then provide them with the solution. And Panadol and Nurofen are pretty good at that these days. They say if you've got a headache and you're not feeling too good at the moment, take a glass of water and a tablet and it'll be gone in 10 minutes. Whereas in the old days, they would have told you that, we've got paracetamol and we've got codeine. We're saying, I don't care what you've got in there. You can put whatever you like in there. I just want to be guaranteed that my headache will be gone in 10 minutes. So problem, solution. You can imagine that Jenny Craig weight loss centres, have basically exploited the problem solution advertising for many years very successfully. Are you overweight and not feeling good about yourself? Come on our dietary program and you will look like a supermodel within 4 or 8 weeks. Problem, solution. The 5th thing is have a website that sells. I can just about guarantee that 80 or 90% of businesses, small, medium or big, have a crummy website. And it might be a pretty website that's been put together by a bearded hipster, or it might be an ugly website that's been put together by their brother-in-law or sister-in-law or daughter-in-law. But you know what? It doesn't sell. No use having a pretty website if it's not selling. And we have components that we show people that they need on their homepage of their website to sell stuff. And that is a problem solution headline, surprise, surprise, a data capture facility, like a free something to get their data, the 3 or 5 biggest benefits, I should say, of using you or your products or your services, video testimonials, and a bunch of other things. you need to have a homepage that has a direct response mentality to it. If I asked you what was the most important page of a women's magazine, you would say the home page, the front page, okay? Because that's where they put the royal family or Jennifer Aniston or George Clooney or whatever it might be to entice people to buy that magazine. Well, what's the most important page on your website? Your home page. And you wouldn't know it with a lot of businesses that we come across. By the way, if this is interesting to you and you want more of this, then you might like to have a conversation with one of my team. And you can do that by simply going to bookawowcall.com. Okay, so if you felt that you needed assistance in putting together a marketing plan, the instituteofwow.com is the place that can do that for you. He says with a blatant plug, but if you'd like to get us to look after your marketing, then you might like to go to bookawowcall.com. We have a couple of programs. One is a few $1,000s a month where we come in and just look after all of your marketing. We become your quasi-marketing department. We put together a 30-page, 25, 30, 35-page marketing plan, and that's based on what you give us in a questionnaire. In a completed questionnaire, we deliver that to you within 10 working days, so then we take over pretty much all your marketing and look after that for you. If you're a business that's doing quite a few $100,000 up into millions, then that few $1,000s a month to tap into our system is crazy cheap. And if you're a smaller business, you might be a startup, or you might only be doing $100,000 or $200,000 or $300,000 worth of turnover, you might be interested in our Academy program, which is a few $100s a month. So therefore, where you get access to our resources and a little bit of access to me, but you still a member of a very, very vibrant ideas environment. So if you'd like to talk to any of our people, just go to bookawowcall.com. Okay, so therefore no AU on that, it's just bookawowcall.com, and wow is WOW. Okay, now the sixth thing you need is video testimonials, and we have in our how to put a marketing plan together a complete dossier on a complete module, I should say, on how to get a good video testimonial. You just don't want a video testimonial, you want a good one. You want one that's going to really fire. And that is someone saying what life was like before they met you or your business, and what life is like now after they've had the wizardry of your expertise. The next one, 7 out of the 11 modules, Module 7 is all about how to get free publicity, and you can do that really easily if you know how to put together a media release. And we have templates in this WOW Manifesto system. We have templates for you to swipe and then use, and use what happens. Just watch what happens with online and offline publications, just giving you free publicity. Number 9, customer service, extraordinary customer service. I happen to have a pretty good relationship with a guy who ran the Disney resorts in Florida for around about 10 years, and he's an expert at showing people how to create Disney customer service, all in here. So therefore we show you the tricks that Disney uses behind the scenes to get you to fall in love with their brand, and wait till you see it knock out. Really easy for you to just swipe and use for your business. Repetitive trade is the next one. The 10th out of the 11 modules is all about how to stimulate repetitive trade. You can only do that if you capture data. Do you know that most people don't capture data? You can go into just about any restaurant in Australia, in the world today, and spend $100, $200. They won't ask for your details. So there's no way they can actually text you tomorrow with a special deal on whatever meal, 2 for 1 or free bottle of wine or whatever it might be. They cannot fill their restaurant tomorrow night within 10 minutes because they can't text anyone because they've got no data. We have a restaurant who's on our program, our coaching program, and they are the only restaurant in the world that's full 364 nights a year. And the reason is that we've collected data. Everybody who comes into the restaurant gets a little name and address entry form to win a dinner for 6 at the end of the month. They fill it in with their name and their email and mainly their phone number, their cell number. And then every afternoon, we send out a few hundred text messages to say, Chef Pierre would like to invite you to come to dinner tonight. Special deal for $68, lobster tail meal for 2. And you better get in because this offer's only available for 30 minutes. Within 10 minutes, 90 or 100 seats are booked of the 180 seats, and they're all booked out. It's that easy. They don't have to sponsor the Essendon football team. They don't have to put ads on the side of buses. They don't have to put useless billboard ads out on the freeway. They simply collect data as a result of a competition, and then they milk that data every afternoon. And of course, nobody leaves that restaurant for $68, by the way. They upsell desserts, wine. Everyone leaves about $200 afterwards, okay? It's all about collecting data, and you can walk into Bunnings, Woolworths, Coles, you can walk into Michelle's Patisserie, Bunnings, Baker's Delight, go anywhere you like today. They don't care who you are. They will not collect data, and they'll be scratching their heads in a little while wondering why Amazon wiped them out. Amazon is going to wipe out so many businesses because the bricks and mortar, and online, by the way, it's not just bricks and mortar, but online, they're not collecting data. You have to have a data collection facility on your homepage if you're an online business, or your landing page. And if you're a bricks and mortar business, you've got to collect data, okay? Otherwise, how can you stimulate repetitive trade? If you want to stimulate repetitive trade, you've got to know who you're talking to get them to come back. It's no use saying, well, for every X dollars you spend, I'll give you a point, and then you save up a number of points and we get this reward. The only way you can do that if you know who the hell they are in the first place. Number 11, social media. This is the big one, and it's a lead generation machine if you know how to use it. And the way to use it is a two-step sell, and that is that you actually entice somebody to click your Facebook ad to go through to either win something, or perhaps to download a free report, or maybe a free video, or something that they're going to be happy to give you their contact details for. And once you have their contact details, then of course you can remarket to them, okay, after that. I give the example of a company that was producing backyard aluminium fences, and the audience they were after were older homes with paling fences that were falling down, and he was wasting money on Facebook showing a picture of the aluminium fence, okay, and I said, look, that's the feature, that is not the benefit. Do you want to move out of the way and we'll take over? And he said, yes. And so what we did is we ran the ugliest back fence in Australia contest, and we targeted geographically at the areas that had older homes with fences falling over. And we said, if you'd like to win a $5,000 fence makeover, then take a picture, take a photo of your ugly back fence and post it to our Facebook page, and you're in the chance to win. Guess what? He got 2 years worth of leads in 3 days. Everyone who posted a photo of their ugly falling down back fence to win the new aluminium one, they glowed in the dark. They're putting their hands up going, please sell me an aluminium fence. I've got a crappy one and I'm proving it to you. I've actually given you the photo, right? 2 years worth of leads in 3 days, because he used our two-step sell formula on Facebook instead of wasting money on showing the aluminium fence. That is not a turn on. And that's it. So those 11 things are all in this program. Basically, it's the WOW Academy program. And if you're interested to learn more about that, then just simply go to bookawowcall.com. And if anyone is on the line at the moment and you would like some advice on any one of those things individually, then just type in below, JD, could you give me some more information on publicity? Or JD, could you tell me more about that two-step sell thing? And if you could be kind enough for me to actually, give me an emoji if you thought this was valuable, then I would be appreciative. And if you have friends that own a business and you think this advice on how to put a marketing plan together was valuable, then you might like to share this with those friends. Even if they're not friends, you just know people who own a business who you hate, and you think that this was really bad advice, or send it to them, and you can get them back. You can say, look, I wasted 20 minutes of my time watching this guy. You get them back. I don't think you should do that. I think this has been pretty valuable. One last thing, and that is that if you don't have a marketing plan at this very moment, if you own a business and you don't have a marketing plan at this very moment, do you think that you might be driving in the dark without headlights? And if you are, you need some help, then book a call, talk to one of our people. So it's, once again, bookawowcall.com. If anyone could type that for me, because I can't do that at the moment, I can only do one thing at one time. So if you can type www.bookawowcall.com, I'll be grateful, because it makes it easy for everyone else to click that link. And there's a calendar on there, by the way, where you can just book a call straight away, okay, tomorrow or the next day or what have you, and you can talk to one of my team. Over and out. Hopefully you had a bite to eat over lunch and you got some value out of this, and we'll see you soon.